Okay, last video about marker training. So you've got a basic handout about marker training, so I'm not going to get into it too much. We know this is a communication system. It helps the dog know when they've done the right behavior and a reward is coming, speeds up learning, yada yada. In the case of a dog who's blind, we are actually going to be using a slightly more advanced marker technique called location-specific marking. That means that we're going to teach Lucy a few different marking cues, a few different markers that tell her where the food will be delivered. Because there's a lot of different ways we can feed a dog when we're rewarding them. We could feed them by throwing the food onto the ground for them to search with their nose. We could feed them by handing the treat to them. We could feed them by having them come to us and we'll hand the treat to them. We could, maybe not in Lucy's case, but we could, throw the treat for them to catch. There's a lot of different ways that we could present a reward. And we want to be as clear as possible, especially because Lucy can't see, where is that reward going to come each time so that she knows what's happening. So we will make multiple markers, but we're starting with just one marker, and that is the word treat. And treat specifically is a location-specific marker that means I will put this treat to your nose. You don't have to do anything. What I'm hoping she'll start doing when she hears the word treat is sort of lifting her nose up or beginning to orient towards you because she understands that it's going to be followed by a cookie. It's being pushed right in her nose. But she does not have to move to the treat, right? So this is not, it's not a recall, right? It's not treat, and then she comes over and I feed her. I'm going to say the word treat, and then I'm going to get that cookie to her nose, even if I have to walk up to catch up with her, and kind of walk the leash and pop that cookie in her nose, her mouth, her face. When we're teaching a marker, again, timing is really important. We're going to say the marker word, we're going to pause for a second, and then we're going to deliver the reward so that the dog starts to understand what the marker word means, right? We started teaching her this as we were walking, right? And as we're walking on our leash, we basically started to use the treat word to both teach her that it means we're going to feed you a cookie, and then also to start marking some of her behaviors. We started marking her for, walking next to us nicely, for checking in with us. We want her doing check-ins and kind of glancing back or turning back to listen and hear us in the back. And when she would do that, treat to the nose. So I'm going to show you the timing on marker delivery. I'm going to use a different marker because the word treat means something else to my dog, and so we're not going to confuse his training. But I am just going to show you a little bit about this marker timing if I can get him to cooperate. Ready? Okay. Good boy. Nice job. All right, so since he already knows that other word, we're going to use nose, 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 Chippy, nose, nose. So there's a little pause every time I say nose, and then I get the treat down to him pretty quickly after that, right? And again, I'm bringing it to him. He's having a pee. You have your pee? I'm bringing it to him, not the other way around, right? So even if he's a little further away from me, maybe. Here, you find. Good boy. Nose. Down I go to get that cookie to his nose. But there's always going to be a little pause before I deliver my reward.